Hi guys, just out and about on another cold day. You can probably hear my throat is at me. Just trying to get out for a few steps. Yeah, you can hear it. It's very dry. I've just been feeling a bit run down and not getting much progress in the gym. If anything, feeling kind of worse. So I was deciding that I would take a breather. I'll give myself the rest of December off, just take a month off, because if anything I'm feeling more sick. Going for a swim helped me. They are actually really good. They made me feel better. They're really good for the immune system. Whereas when I went on a long walk and then did a gym session, I just felt really run down, needed to sleep for the whole day. Went out for the game yesterday and I posted that up on my shorts video out with this good boy. Every video is better with a retriever in it, am I right? He's such a good boy. But yeah, like I said, not the Friday just gone, but the Friday previous to that, yeah, was betrayed a little, had a real shitty situation. And it got me thinking about relationships more than anything, and kind of just holding out for one, I guess the things I was willing to sacrifice for them, because I thought, that's something you have to do, it's important. Everybody looks at you like you're strange if you're not in one, and it's not easy for me. It's a hard thing for me to do, but the most important relationship of all is the one with yourself. Rarely do we talk about that. Like, I used to feel like, oh yeah, I have to get into a relationship, it's just something I've got to do. I made a video about relationships, but more so dating, like my experience, because as I said, I've never had really a long-term relationship. But looking now, I'm actually glad about that, because sorry, there's loads of these midges, these flies going around, and they're getting and biting me. Wasps still down here in November and December, can you believe it? Global warming is affecting us. But what I was going to say was, with all this reality TV shite that we watch nowadays, everyone's like, oh, I need to be in a relationship, or how long have you been in one? You've always got to have someone with you. And yet they all cheat on each other, from what I've seen. No one is faithful to each other at all. It's more of a social media relationship than anything else. It's so fake, really fake. It was like, oh, what did he get you for your anniversary? Like, you're fucking 15. And I think it just shows the level of immaturity nowadays. I think it's ridiculous, It's very fake. Like, I'm not mentioning any of my friends' names, but there's friends. But what I am saying is, their relationship seems shit to me. Just the way they carry on. It's like, I was over before with one of my mates, like, since childhood, and he started going out with this girl, and kind of don't think like they're a great match, but I feel like a lot of people are very needy nowadays and they have to be with someone. They'll put their own self-worth on the back burner just to say that they're in a relationship, even if both of them have cheated on each other, which has also happened with another friend. It's kind of like, if I cheat on someone and you cheat on someone, does that cancel it out? Makes no sense to me. I think that's the good thing about my autism, is that I'm thinking, if we're in a relationship, we're in a relationship. If you want to sleep with someone else, tell me you don't want to be going out with me anymore, and I'd be like, fuck it, I don't care. And I'm in a position now where I'm comfortable enough in my own skin, which is good. I would obviously like to have a relationship. It's been something that I really wanted. It's definitely something on my mind, but not just anyone. Not saying I have unbelievable standards, but if there's no connection, like, why the hell would you do it? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't get on with the person, and I've seen this, where there's no connection whatsoever, they don't even like each other, never mind love each other. So what's the point? And going on about, need to get the missus something, or she'll have a mare. The missus, you're fucking 17, 18, acting like an old lad of 50, you know? An older man, why do you want the age so much, you know? It's like this rush to grow up when reality we're more immature than we ever have been. We're more ill-prepared to deal with the world than we ever have been, in my opinion. But if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, then you're going to leave yourself open to being used and abused. You're going to always need a relationship. You're going to need to seek someone out. As I'm lucky that I've had the ability now to just work on myself and have a couple of acquaintances, but also to go as a human being with self-worth before anything else, and I'm not going to tolerate certain behaviour anymore, because it's just not fucking on. Like, just because you're a good looking woman doesn't give you instantly more rights than me. I mean, it does, but it shouldn't. The amount of lads who'll just let them away with everything because they're good looking, you know, it's ridiculous. They'll just allow it to all slide because they want to have sex with that person. S-C-X. Don't know if I'm allowed to say that word. Don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not. But from what I can see, I have a few friends and they're in relationships, and a lot I've known since childhood pretty much, he basically just has to keep complimenting her every couple of seconds. I was over in her house before because, long story short, we have some sort of family connection that we didn't even know about. It's very messy and it'll take too long to explain, but there's some sort of connection there. But all the family were basically having a go at him if he didn't compliment her 24/7 every minute and tell her she looked amazing. And I thought, fucking hell, he's not getting a break here. And buy the best gifts, and you know, you forgot this day, you forgot that, oh, now I'm going off and having a fit. And you're kind of just thinking, like, the things that we give value to nowadays are so unimportant. We need to get our fucking priorities sorted. And then, like, there's another lad, and he goes out with a girl who he's not attracted to because he feels bad for her, and he's afraid that she'll do something drastic if he leaves her. I've met this girl and she's nice, but she's a bit childish, and I see them more as good friends than, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend, but that's just me. I leave them off. People don't want you getting involved in their relationships, and I have no desire to do that, but I'm just giving you guys advice from what I see. And then there's another lad, and I said to him when we were going out together, not going out as a couple, but just out and about, oh, your girlfriend works up here, we go and say hello to her, because I get on well with her, and I'll just chat to her, you know. I see her as a friend because she's my mate's girlfriend. I was like, we go up and say hello. He was like, oh no, fuck that, we'll never get away from her. And I'm like, lovely. Why do you two go out again? And they've been going out for like 10 years. You're there thinking you can't stand to be in her company. And me and her were chatting before, and I'm not Mr. Steal Your Bitch, but I was chatting to her when we were having a going away party for our mate that went over to Spain, and I was chatting away, having a good time, and then her boyfriend, my good mate from school, says, "Oh, you two seem to be hitting it off. Do you want to keep her, Dan?" And I was like, what the fuck? It's like, if I was in a relationship with someone, I'd want to see them every minute of the day. Now, that can be a bad thing too, as I've learned, but I'd see them as a really good friend as well as someone who we both shag, obviously, but that's an important part of it as well. But it's more than just having sex, you know. Fuck buddies. If you want that, then go for it, but if your self-worth is so low, then everything really depends on other people. If you have good self-worth, then people are just a bonus, you know what I mean? So you're comfortable enough in your own company, so having people with you is just an added bonus. And those should be people who prop you up, not push you down. Which I'm glad, because I wouldn't have been able to deal with a breakup. Now, I said no instantly to another date if I didn't like the person or didn't have a connection, and then I had a great connection with people and thought we really hit it off. But as I say, people always think that there's something better around the corner. Prince Charming was waiting for you, and I guess I was Shrek. Well, not Shrek in the end. There's a very big lack of appreciation though, isn't there? I was talking about the McGregor case, and that relationship baffles me. Why you would stay with him knowing that he's cheated on you. And like, Dee Devlin is an attractive woman. She is intelligent. She seems very well put together. Now they've kids together, so obviously, yeah, there's that. But she's got a really pleasant face. She's very attractive, in my opinion. Hearing her talking, everything she tweeted, I thought was pretty reasonable, you know. Trying to sleep with another woman's man is wrong. Especially when you have a child at home. I agree with that 100%. It was like, you seem to have way too much sense to be treated like this. So why are you doing it? Why are you putting yourself through it? And it's not as if that... It's not as if she was just with him for the money. I don't buy that at all. She's been with him when he had no money and hadn't got a pot to piss in. So it's not just men getting used and abused by women. Like, that was my whole point, you know, when I made that video. Why attractive, smart women choose men like that who cheat on them and aren't faithful to them, who don't treat them like they deserve to be treated. Because like, if I'm in a relationship with you, I'll fucking take care of you, you know. I'll make sure that you're looked after. You're basically like my princess and I'll look after you, that kind of way. But yeah. And I think as well, like, I have to take some personal responsibility because there was a lot I need to work on. Didn't know if I mentioned this name. Oh boy, this name would have caused any controversy, but anyone remember that lad Elliot Rodgers? If not, check him out. It's a sign of someone who is clearly narcissistic, thinks that they're just entitled to have a relationship. You know, part of the incel community. And that to me is just a bunch of sad cases who are unwilling to work on themselves. No, like, if you haven't even asked a girl out, how the fuck do you expect to get a date? That's on you. Like, that was on me because I didn't work on myself. I had no real social skills. that's on me. That's not on them. And it was my fault for making assumptions about certain women without ever getting to know them, ever bothering my arse to talk to them. And then when I did, they were good looking, intelligent, and very pleasant, very nice to me. Like, that's not their fault if I didn't bother my hole to talk to them. I had to work on that. And I have asked a few girls out and I've gotten a few dates, but hopefully more in the future. But you don't have to go out with everyone that you meet either. Date people, see if you like them. Come on, you can't. But it's only by dating people and meeting new people that you get to see it, like see who you like. And I was quite asocial. Now I've worked on that a lot. Now I talk to a lot of different people. Don't blame other people if you're not bothering your arse to work on yourself, I'm still doing it now at the minute. And I'm not saying that I'm the master of self-worth. I've got a long way to go. But build up your relationship with yourself first. Like, have enough self-worth to go, I don't like this person, so I'm not letting them control me by buying me gifts or whatever, or having a financial hold over me. No thanks, I'll look after myself. I understand circumstances might play a role, especially if you've kids with a person, then yeah, I get it. Look, come on, that's fair enough. Then you got to do what you got to do for the kids. But have self-worth, and go into every situation with a person knowing your boundaries. So that it's a given. Don't put up a big block or whatever, but have a list of things that you will and will not accept. My boundaries have gotten a lot better, and now I'm starting to realise what I will and I won't stand for. Because I used to have none, You're lucky to have friends. You're lucky to have people that'll invite you out. But having experienced a lot of different situations, met a lot of good people. When you meet good people, you realise how bad the other people were. And I was unfortunate that I met a lot of bad people before good people. But in college, I met a lot of good people. There's a couple of snaky people too, but there was a lot of good people there. And I met a lot of good looking girls who were, as I say, intelligent. They're in college, of course they are. But also very pleasant, very friendly. It's just you have to actually talk to them and make some effort. Because I get it, as a man you do kind of initiate conversations, and I'm kind of alright with that, And sometimes they tried with me. I just wasn't very receptive of that. Because I wasn't being myself. I was trying to put on an image of someone that I wasn't. Which is never going to get you anywhere long term. It really is true. I know it's very cliche, just be yourself, but first you have to find out who that is. That's what I would add to that. Find out who you are and then be yourself. There you go, you can you can keep that one. And then set those boundaries. Know what you will and won't stand for. Just thought I'd come on and talk about that. And hope you guys are doing well. Cheers.